Alright, so now we're back. We went ahead and got the alternator and everything up out of the way. Removed a couple of bolts. There's a bolt on top that's a 14 millimeter. Move it out to the side. Then we're going to go ahead and remove this upper timing cover because that will expose the sprocket that gives us our indicator of whether we're at top dead center or not. So we're going to go ahead and move that out the way a little bit. And to remove this upper timing cover, these are 10 millimeter brackets, which sometimes you'll drop your wrench on the ground. Let's go down and get it. Okay. Loosen that up best we can. Just set that there for now. We'll get this back one off. I know my back is in the way, but this is the only angle I can grab this thing from. Okay, got it. And right down below, there is there's a boot for the camshaft position sensor. You'll have to put your finger in there and try to move it off the bracket. And then, let's see here. Can we do it? Oh, we did it. All right, it's out of the way. Okay, we can proceed on. for, it's a tight little space, but it will come out. A couple of turns and then I can get it by hand. You have to use two hands or two fingers to try to spin it out of place until it pops out enough that you can grab the head with one hand because it kind of sits in there pretty good. Okay. Okay. Might have to try to run to the wrecking yard again real quick because I discovered a bolt that was missing. Okay, so there's our upper timing belt cover. It's 3 bolts, one there, and one there. So we're setting that off to the side now. Now that we got that out of the way, we want to go ahead and try to get these bolts right here, which are going to be a little tricky because on the automatic, this thing right here is not there. So we'll see what we can do, but we got to loosen them up, and I believe those are 14 millimeter. Let's see. Yep. 14 millimeters, so we'll grab our handy dandy socket set. And we'll grab our cheater bar over here that's on the ground. Let's grab it real quick. Okay. That way we can break these real good. And there's like 3 bolts that connect this thing in the front. And then there's also the bolts, 2 bolts in the back that are off to the side. Set this there. Just for a moment. Okay. Yeah, the other one's right over here. Okay. We can get to it. So, go ahead and just loosen these up so that they can come out of the way. Okay. Then, I may need to have a socket on this one just to reach it because it's in there. Let's go. Oops. Okay, perfect. It's right on the money. And righty tighty, lefty loosey. There you go. Break that so they can begin to come out of place. People like to drive these cars up until they get to 100,000 miles and drive them real hard and, you know, gaskets and everything start to blow. These engines otherwise are really good from everything that I've learned about them so far. And so, you know, as long as you just do oil changes and the basics, there's no reason why this car couldn't get you to 500,000 miles, 400,000 miles. And that's, of course, too, depends on you, the driver, and how you drive it. Okay, so got those 3 bolts out. Just gonna toss them over here because I got some bolts that are cleaning. And this here, let me see if I can get in there. Yeah, it's gonna be. This might be a little tricky. I might have to switch to a deep dish. Let's see if I can do it with a shallow. Okay, maybe I might be able to do it. Alright, let's see. And that is if I don't drop my wrench to the ground repeatedly. Come on. Okay, I'm going to get out of here in a minute because I'm going to try to go to the wrecking yard, grab a part real quick. Then I'm going to skedaddle on back to the auto parts store and get another part. But at least this will be done. We're going to break the bottom one because it's in a rather tricky spot to get to. But like I said, this is not a quick project, but if you got the time, go ahead and, you know, use your time wisely. If it takes 2 days, it takes 2 days. If it takes 3 days, it takes 3 days. But just stay committed to it until it's done. Okay. One loose. Now the upper. And then I can take this out of the way. See if I can get it there. I might need to. I think while I got everything open, I'm going to go ahead and do the timing belt and water pump. Just so I know I won't have to come back through and do that again later on. I spent way too much time last year on the other car that I have outside, which is a Civic LX Special Edition. And like I said, I've learned there's a couple of things that you can do. You can do it all in one pass if you know what you're doing. Okay, let's set that out of the way. So now we got everything exposed, out of the way. seal around the lower tenement cover is a little shot, but that's what happens because oil buildup gets on there, and so it'll basically mess all this up. So the next thing we got to do, okay, so we can do two things here. At this point, we'll rotate this sprocket to top dead center, and then we're going to need to take out our fuel rail, fuel injectors, take all that out of the way, the mount, throttle position sensor back here, and then we got to come over here to the side and remove this water manifold, the EGR, and all that good stuff, thermostat and everything, out of the way, so that way we can go ahead and get this head off. So that's what's coming up next.